Welcome back. My name is Mitch, and today we're going to fix an exhaust manifold leak on a 2000 2500 Chevy Suburban. And I think I've figured out the easiest way for me to fix it. Stay tuned. It's a pretty old truck. It's 20 years old, so I don't want to spend too much money and time fixing it, but I do need it to work because it's the vehicle I use to tow my stuff to the property and tow my tractor around. There'll be a second part after I drive it a few miles so that we know that it works and it's not leaking anymore, and that way you can see if it's even worth your time to try to do this fix. So it says it's going to take 15 minutes per side, so 45 per side, probably be more close. Okay, this wrench right here is what you're going to need. See how it has a slight bend to it? On the top side, when you're next to the firewall, you want it curving away from the firewall so you can get around the corner. And it's got to be ratcheting, because you can't get a regular ratchet in and socket in there. So this would be the tool you need, 17 millimeter. And then I just got another 17 millimeter so that I can use it for leverage. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's really tight. And then the bottom, you'll have to go in this angle because your exhaust pipe coming off the exhaust manifold is coming down at this angle. So you're going to be having the bolt come out this side just so you can reach up in there. And then I stuck some duct tape on the head of the bolt to hold it into this ratcheting part here. That way you can kind of get it in there. And then I took a screwdriver and I pushed on the back side of the bolt through the hole here so that you can keep the bolt from moving, so you can rotate it so it'll click. And that's how I got the bottom one in. Not too fun. This is the bracket that's going to bolt to the back of the cylinder head between the firewall. And then you can see where the bolt, I ran the bolt there without the bracket. And then that's with the bracket completely installed. This is the exhaust clamp for the passenger side. And then it's a double bolt. Okay, on this side, this is like a 15 millimeter bolt for the oil dipstick. That has to be taken out. You can see that I got to grind that down below the exhaust manifold so it won't get in the way of the clamp pushing down on that. So that's got to be kind of ground down, countersunk. And just above that is one of the mounting holes for the bracket. I don't know if you can see that. And then there's one way in the back. If it'll focus, kind of about right there. I don't know if you can see that. It seems like it wants to focus on the spark plug wire. But yeah, there's a hole there. Okay, the dipstick tube bolt is removed, and I countersunk the one broken bolt that was sticking out past the exhaust manifold. And just above that is a mounting hole for the bracket that's going in there. And then behind the dipstick there, on that last hole, is the other mounting bolt hole that's factory in the head. And then while I was in here to get more room, I unplugged the last 3 cylinders on the passenger side here. Unplug the spark plug wires from the coil packs. This is what I used to grind down the bolt that was sticking up past the exhaust manifold. Just a right angle die grinder. And that's the tip. It's kind of wore out now, but it worked out pretty good. As you can see, the boot does touch that bolt. It doesn't seem to hurt anything. The dipstick and that bolt right there made it really hard to install. All right, my impression after 3 hours. They're on, they work. Only time will tell when I get a few miles going here. And then start with the driver's side first, because it's going to take the most patience. And then the other side isn't as bad. It's still tight, but you got to move stuff around, but it's still a lot easier than the driver's side. So that's my take so far. See ya. Anyways, don't forget to come back, see the results, and see if the exhaust still leaks or not.